2, 3. Dude, that was out of sync. We gotta do it again. 1, 2, 3.
On three.
Yeah, I did it on 3. 1, 2, 3. That was okay.
Whatever.
Whatever. So this is episode 84. We just lost 5 minutes of footage because it was good footage because we were just sitting around watching YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
but then the mic stopped recording and I don't know why. So we're back. This is episode 84, and I'm gonna get right into this because I have a very special, or I guess I should build up to it a little bit. It'll be too much. It's too much right away. I have a script for a TV show I'm working on. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's coming. So that's big. That's bigly huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah.
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 So a lot is going on in the world. The Strait of Hormuz is getting blocked. The what is this? Where is the Strait of Hormuz? Where is that?
It's in the Middle East.
Where though? Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull up a map.
Map.
Because I don't know if I know where it is.
It's off the coast of Yemen.
Let me see. Is the Strait of Hormuz this?
It's right there.
Oh. What's this for?
That's where because like all the oil producers are right there.
Oh.
So the Strait of Hormuz is right that area.
Why can't they just go around?
They can't.
They can't go around?
How do they go around? Through Israel.
Well, I guess you'd have to cross a big desert.
Yeah.
Dude, there's actually a lot of look how many roads there are through Saudi Arabia. They're like, "Oh, it's deserted. It's the desert."
This
No.
is yeah.
I didn't realize Qatar was that small.
Yeah.
Is Qatar even a country?
Yes.
Barely.
This is why Power City.
What? Yeah, Power City would be like
It would
here.
be like right there.
Oh yeah, like
In the roads.
where there's like guys who are like it's like uncontacted Arab tribes that ride motorcycles
Mm-hmm.
and they like skin
Well,
camels for clothing.
camel blood.
Do they wear camel leather? Is that a thing they do? Do they like that? Is that racist of me to ask?
Who is they?
Just I guess people in Arabia, the lands.
I don't think they wear camel now.
Camel leather. Camel leather is a highly durable leather. It is prized for being being I work with camel leather. Camel leather is much stronger than cow leather.
Poor camel.
Should I get a camel leather jacket?
Seems unethical.
That's a nice jacket. Should I get a fucking camel couch? This couch is made of camel leather.
Get leather shoes.
I should get leather camels. So, the Strait of Hormuz is being blocked, and this is a big deal because it means that I can't get oil for my car.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't get oil for my car,
The world is ending.
I can't feed my fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we care about the Strait of Hormuz? Why is this something we care about? I don't. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why it's a big deal.
Because the whole world runs in oil.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be a good thing if there was no oil to buy?
I mean, yeah, but then everything that runs on supply chains is more expensive.
I guess, but like, if the whole world ran on baby blood, wouldn't it be good if the baby blood pond was blocked off?
I mean, yeah, but for the past 100 years, everything runs in oil.
Not everything.
Yes,
No. My computer runs on hydro,
that's true.
and the camera runs on hydro. This is stored water power. Isn't that kind of crazy to think that basically like all the power we make is just by either boiling stuff or spinning stuff?
You hungry?
A little bit hungry. They never
You made
discovered
a sandwich with
they
it.
never I didn't want a sandwich. They never discovered how to make something better than spinning. That's very interesting.
Spinning is good.
Yeah, but it's like,
Irrigation is the future.
well, irrigation has nothing to do with spinning.
They said irrigation is the future, and then they lost the Aral Sea.
Isn't the Ural Sea super salty? I thought it was the Ural Sea was all salty and shit. What do you mean they lost the Ural Sea?
It's gone.
What do you mean it's gone? Where'd it go?
It's not there anymore.
Where'd it go?
Irrigation.
I remember the Ural Sea being around.
It's not there anymore.
The Ural Sea, oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
More like the Arid Sea, much.
It's a desert now.
The Arid Sea. So it just used to. Where was it? Just here?
It's where those lakes are.
Well, how much of this? How much was there?
Like 90%.
90% what?
Like what you're seeing is like only 10% is left.
Uzbekistan was just this.
Camel.
There's a bunch of camels hiding under a boat. Aral Sea. Let me get Aral Aral Sea Aral Sea map. Whatever. The Aral Sea was the largest sea in the planet. So they just shrunk that motherfucker?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they pour more water in?
I mean, it's in the desert.
Yeah. Well, maybe it wasn't supposed to last forever.
Yeah, sure.
Map of the Aral Sea. Who did this? Who caused this? Soviet
The
censorship.
USSR.
Soviet censorship. There are no official estimations.
They were growing cotton, and cotton isn't a natural product for the area. It uses a lot of water.
The autonomous region of Karachi, Pakistan. There is no authoritative estimate of how many villages and cities were abandoned. Remnant communities supported by disaster tourism. That's not a. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem fair to blame the Soviets if, like, I don't know. Like, looks like most of this happened after the Soviet Union. To be fair,
It started the industry under them.
what about the Aral Sea? Was the fourth largest lake in the world. Where'd all the fish go?
They died.
The Soviet Union diverted 70% of the water flow to grow alfalfa, cotton, and rice. These centrally planned and unsustainable water projects resulted in self-reinforcing hydrological collapse of the sea. I guess that sucks, but
What can you do?
I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
It sucks.
Maybe they were hungry. I mean, I don't know. Do we really believe that this happened though? Are we sure?
Yes.
Is there any evidence?
You're looking at it. All it takes is looking at a map.
I don't know I don't know though. I don't know who did it. Ben Abbott says the Soviets did it. I don't know who this guy is.
Well, it started with the Soviets, and they did it on their own.
Can Utah's market-based plan save Great Salt Lake? What's happening to Great Salt Lake?
Who cares?
Well, this is what's going on in Great Salt Lake. I care about that because that's near me. Great Salt Lake
They're probably using it all for AI data
before
centers.
and after. Well, that's fuck all. Looks fine. Ish. I don't know. Okay, that's a better. Oh no, but that hasn't happened yet. So that's not a big.
Yeah, we still got 4 years.
2021. I don't know. It doesn't seem like we could probably fix it.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't care.
Where's all the water going?
Probably drinking it if I had to guess. Even though it's a salt lake. That's probably why like Mormons are all fucked up is because they're drinking all the salt water. That's why the salt lake is going away. Not unlike the bugs after in Africa when Scar was in control of the Pride lands.
We're so doomed.
No, we're not.
We're doomed.
No, we're not.
We kind of are.
Dude, there's a pond outside my house.
Well, Canada will be fine.
Yeah, that's okay then. There's other. We're
Like,
not. How can we be doomed?
in like 50 years, half the world is going to have like no water.
What about the ocean?
Oh yeah, we'll just desalinize water
There's got to
for
be
the
a.
rest of the
There has to
future.
be a way to do it easy.
It's very, very expensive.
I know, but there has to be an easy way to do it. There must be. There's always. Every time there's like some kind of crazy disaster where everyone's about to die, they always figure it out.
That's true enough.
They think about when there was like
Maybe we'll get space water.
yeah, we could get water from Mars and melt it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was like one time where they were like they were like we're gonna run out of oil, and they discovered fracking, and they
Yes.
saved us. Um, they we thought we were gonna run out of land, and then we took all the land away from the native people, so then we had more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were worried the communists were gonna beat us, so we sent a bunch of death squads to go kill people.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always, I mean, there's always a solution. There's always something that fixes what's going wrong. We thought in 2008, we thought this is a good show. I hope it gets. I guess it's over now. Nope. You get 8, 9 seasons of this.
Office.
The Office, which leads me into this. I've written a script for a new episode of The Office. This episode would take place in like season 4. So I'm just gonna go right ahead if that's okay. Fade in. Interior office annex. Day. Jim and Pam are in the office annex, touching on each other in a sensual manner, while sucking on each other's necks sensually. The camera zooms in on Jim's luscious lips as they grab a mouthful of Pam's hairy neck. I'm so glad that Kelly is off. Heavy petting at work is so fun, says Pam. Jim? Yeah, I'm glad Toby is off of work as well as Kelly. The camera pans over to Toby, who is sitting near them eating cold spaghetti at his desk. The couple do not notice him sitting there, even though he is in plain view. Pam, oh yeah, that's it. Hope you're ready for this number. Pam slips her hand into Jim's pants, and an audible schlop can be heard as she puts her big finger in Jim's butt. Jim, oh yeah, that's it. I was ready for that number.
Your tummy's grumbling.
The camera turns and pans towards the annex entrance door. Michael can be seen watching the pair with a blank expression. When seen by the camera, Michael walks away. Fade out. Intro to The Office plays, in case you didn't realize what it was. What if you went to heaven?
And the office was
The
playing.
Office, the like it was there was like a golden choir that's like,
I'd say, nah, this
and
is
then you
heaven.
get to the gold, the pearly gates, and instead of Saint Peter, it's Kelly from The Office,
Yeah.
the white one, not the brown one, because the
Mm.
brown one works in the back. She works in HR.
Mm-hmm.
The white one, she was the secretary in the other later seasons.
If heaven was a suburb slash office, would you kill yourself?
Where am I gonna go if I kill myself in heaven?
Nowhere.
Well, what kind of office?
Mm. The one you're working now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I can't. They can't fire me, right?
No. You get benefits and you go home at the end of the day to your suburb.
So, but they can't. Why don't I just stay at home and not go to work?
Because everyone says that they like this. This is heaven.
Yeah, but if I
This is
stay
what people
home,
like.
what are the consequences?
Um, can't pay your rent.
That's so I just real life. I just life lasts forever. That's
Mm-hmm.
heaven. I don't know. I think I could fit. I think with infinity time, I could figure out a way to make passive income.
Mm.
I don't think I can do it with the time I have left on Earth. I think it's a little too late for that. But
Do you
yeah,
think if people lived forever, we would be living in a different world?
yes. Interior office, sales floor day. Dwight is at his desk using a microscope to look at a long blonde wig. He takes a pair of tweezers and plucks something off of the wig, then flicks it away. Jim looks at the camera exasperated. I know I'm going to regret asking this, but what are you doing? Says Jim. Well, Jim, if you must know, I'm picking lice out of Gamgram Shroot's wig. The decennial Shroot family Corpor Betraktung is coming up, and I want Gamgram looking her best. Michael steps out of his office and looks at the wig, then grins. Pam. No, Michael, don't. Jim. Yes, Michael, do. Michael puts the wig on his head, then gallops around the room as if he were riding a horse. Michael. Scotland forever! The camera follows Michael as he gallops around the office, picking up a ruler from Stanley's desk and using it to slap stuff off of others' desks. Michael, take that, ye British dogs. Michael approaches Angela's desk and picks up a small urn from her desk. Angela, stop, Michael, stop now! Michael, down with the queen! Michael throws the urn against the ground, which shatters. A cloud of ash billows up from the shattered urn. Uh, then it goes to the thing where they're in the room and they're talking to the camera, and Jim's like always looking at it. Jim. So Angela's sister's funeral is this afternoon. Michael denied her the time off, so she brought her sister's urn into work. So she goes straight to the funeral. So that urn was, yep. Confessional, Michael. How the fuck was I supposed to know the urn was filled with ashes? She's being a cunt. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Michael wouldn't say this.
Yeah, he did. Angela cries while scooping up the ashes. Oscar attempts to help her while admonishing Michael for destroying the urn. Oscar, gay. What the hell? What the hell were you thinking, Michael?
Doesn't talk like that.
Michael, am I just supposed to assume that every urn in the office is filled with someone's stupid dead sister? Angela cries louder. Well, I was trying to do a gay voice for Oscar.
That was not a gay voice.
Okay, well, I didn't. I'm sorry. I did a poor voice. I apologize. Kevin enters the office and loudly announces his presence. The camera pans over to Kevin. Kevin. Kev is back, everyone. And guess who brought soda?
Yeah.
That's how he talks, though.
Yeah.
They turn him into like a such and such. That they literally like in the beginning of the show, he's just kind of like dopey, but the longer the show goes on, he's like, I can't count to 10. Like he gets all fucked up.
He becomes like a Dumb and Dumber character.
He does. He's like, I invented a new number because I can't count to 10. It's called a 11. Like, he's fucked up.
Multiple times in the show, they make a joke that that people think he has a disability.
Yeah, Holly thinks he has a disability. She's like a social worker. She kind of is like a social worker.
HR is basically a social worker. Yeah.
It's like social workers that hate you.
Yeah.
Bad time, Bad time, Kevin. Michael broke Angela's urn. Angela's dead sister was in the urn. The camera follows Kevin as he fatly rushes to the storage closet in the hallway leading to the annex. Kevin finds an industrial vacuum and plugs it into an outlet. Kevin rushes back to the sales floor, pushing the vacuum. Kevin. Kev, help. Kev, help. Kevin proceeds to vacuum up the ashes Oscar and Angela were attempting to gather. Oscar. Fuck you, Kevin. What?
Oscar wouldn't say that.
Yes, he would. Fade out, fade in. Exterior, Schrute Farms, open casket showing. The camera pans across a large gathering, which looks like a funeral. The entire office is gathered at the corporate tractum. Michael, now infected with lice, scratches at his head and rubs his big finger on Jim's shoulder. They stand at an empty field in front of multiple open caskets with bodies in them.
The other caskets are open still?
They're all open. Yeah, they're all open.
Okay.
But like they're all at varying stages of decomposition.
Yeah, some are skeletons.
Well, I'll be able to explain. Confessional, Dwight. Every 10 years, how does he talk?
Every 10 years, the Schrute family.
Every 10 years, the Schrute family conducts the corporate Bactrum, an open casket viewing of all the Schrutes who have passed into the Great Schmezzer Field, often referred to as the Pain Field. We have a lot to answer for. We do. Yoda?
Yeah.
Yoda much?
Yoder.
Yoda much? That was really loud. The office sits at exterior Schrute Farms, open casket showing. The office sits at attention while an extremely old man delivers a eulogy. When the Schrutes came to the New World, we did many bad things. We tricked the people living here, stole from the people living here, stole the people living here, hurt the people living here, robbed the people living here, lied to the people living here, killed the people living here, and even more that I can't share. We could blame our actions on shell shock, since most of the Schrutes were commandos in the Great War, but truly we wanted to hurt people. The Schrutes stomp on the ground loudly and shout out loud. Dwight's coworkers are confused. Dwight stands and approaches the old man, shooing him away.
Why did they stomp on the ground?
They're like they're hyped.
Oh.
I will never apologize to my Dwight. I'll never apologize for my family, except for So the joke in that one was that you thought that they were killing indigenous people, but they were killing white people. I will never apologize for my family, except to the people of Altoona. That's an in-joke. That's a city in Pennsylvania, I think. Gamgram was one of the cruelest people I ever met. When I was 10, she made me shear the dog with my teeth. When she died 5 years ago, I sighed with relief. Goodbye, Gamgram. The Schrutes are doing their stomping, and then the coworkers clap. And I didn't get any further than that because I got kind of bored of writing.
That's pretty good.
So I'm hoping that can get picked up. I don't
If
know.
you want to act in this reenaction episode, let us know in the comments, and we will be in contact shortly.
Yeah, we'll just say we'll send you the script. You can keep it.
We'll give you a wig full of lice. You can be Michael Scorn.
Michael Scorn.
Michael Big.
Scorn.
Remember when you wore the big outfit? He was like,
Scorn.
I'm big now.
Scorn. Have you seen the game Scorn?
No.
Oh, it's like a game where you're in like an evil alien dimension, and there's like a
That's
creature.
just my life.
No, no. This is not your life. It's like this kind of thing. It's like there's like this kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like you.
It's like this kind of thing where you got like a thing in you.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like this kind of weird little thing. It's got this little guy. See, look. It's like this kind of situation.
Yeah. This is my life. My life be like, ooh.
My life be like Scorn. So, I know you said that the characters wouldn't say some of the things that they said. So what? Can you do the sandwich method where you're like 2 insults and then a compliment in the middle?
About your script?
Yeah, just 2 insults and then a compliment in the middle to make me feel good.
Oscar wouldn't say that.
Which?
He wouldn't say fuck you.
Well, he was mad.
I like that Michael Scott was wearing a wig full of lice. I
Yeah.
thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Gamgram was wearing that wig when she died.
yes.
Yes.
Calling Angela the C word is untasteful.
Well, I didn't say that. He did.
Yeah.
But you don't think that should be in the script at all?
Mm.
I think that's one of the stronger parts of the script is when, because that's like something like you could like that's like something you could see in the show. Be like, Angela's a cunt. We all know it. Like that's kind of something you could see Michael saying. Like that's kind of how he would talk in the show.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
You need to talk into the mic.
I don't know.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite season of The Office?
4.
Go on.
What?
I don't know.
You didn't ask me a follow-up question.
Well, I just thought you'd share.
I like 4 because Jim Halpert, and Pamela get together.
Yeah, they go on the fun run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
How many times have you seen The Office front to back?
Twice, I think.
Why though? That's what I'm always wondering. Like I've seen it 3 times. Why? Why did I watch it that many times?
It's predictable. It's a comfort show.
I guess it's not that even that good though.
My mom has watched you know the show Superstore?
Do you know the show Friends?
Yeah.
I
She's
do know that.
watched Friends a lot too.
I tried to watch Superstore, but the first episode bored me.
Since 2020, my mom has watched it at least 6 times. My mom has also watched all of Grey's Anatomy front to back at least 8 times.
I've probably watched every podcast about List episode twice.
Really?
Maybe.
Why?
I don't know. Bored. Something to put on. Put it on the background so I don't have to think.
Why don't you just find a new podcast?
Because I try, but they suck.
Hmm.
They suck balls. There's, yeah. I mean, watching Superstore. You said 6 times, or
Mhm.
8 times, or 9 times.
6 times Superstore, 8 times Grey's Anatomy.
How many times Friends?
I don't know. That was before I was even born.
It's weird though, because why? Like, isn't Grey's Anatomy like 10,000 episodes?
There's at least 20 seasons,
White Women, One Piece.
and they're 40-minute episodes. And there's like at least 12 episodes in a season.
How many episodes of Grey's Anatomy? 464. I mean, let's like say that she was rewatching only up to like season, you know.
She usually goes at least up to like 11.
Okay, so then we could say like 232 times 40 divided by 60. That's 150 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like playing Rogue Trader. That's like playing Rogue Trader once a year.
Yeah.
I guess when you put it like that, it's not so crazy. It's still a lot of time to just be doing the same thing over and over again. And you're not doing anything else while you're doing it. Like when I'm listening to podcasts about list, I'm usually doing some. I'm almost always doing something else, like working or like you
Yeah.
know
Most people don't have that ability though.
to listen to something and work at the same time.
Yeah.
Why do my coworkers have headphones in then? What are they doing?
Most people don't have jobs like you guys.
A lot of people have jobs like me does. You had a job like me does.
No.
Yeah, you said you'd spend like half of your time in the office doing nothing.
What? No.
You said when you're at the hospital, you would sit and at your desk and look at nothing.
I was always doing something.
Yeah, but you said there was significant portions of time where you did nothing.
Nothing, but it's like it's busy work.
But
It's
like
like
what?
paperwork.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you could have listened to stuff on your iPhone.
Yeah, but there are other people in the office. It's rude.
There's other people in my office. There's always people around. They come up to me. I said, I can't hear you. You need to speak up. I'm listening to something.
Well, there's other people. No one else does it, so.
You're not giving me anything to work with.
Mm.
Trying to bounce off of this.
I'm just saying no one else did it, so I didn't feel I could.
Yeah, but that I mean you have to be a trailblazer, right? You got to you got to track a little mud on the carpet, so to speak. Especially with these nurses and social workers and stuff, they just get away with a lot.
Yeah.
Nurses kind of think that they run the show, but they really don't. Because I'll tell you who really runs the show: the patients. With no patients, the nurses would have no job.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I walk in there. I say, listen, I'm paying your fucking wage. If I walk out of here right now, you'll get fired.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Do you think hospital patients have gotten worse over time?
I have no fucking idea.
I heard this complaint a lot from the occupational therapists and the
Yeah.
nurses that like it used to be people came into the hospital and they were friendly and
Yeah.
they wanted to work on getting better.
Yeah.
And apparently nowadays
Yeah.
no one wants to work to get better and they all just want to complain.
Well, you know what? I think it takes a lot of your energy out after the 12-hour wait. I think the 12-hour wait really sort of drains your excitement to heal,
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, but why are you seeing an occupational therapist if you don't want to get better? What's the point? What are
Hmm.
you seeing them for? You just having a talk?
Well, you have to see the occupational therapist.
See, but here's what is strange is every therapist, that's their occupation, right? So I'm an
Yeah, but
occupational therapist. Okay, so is every other therapist. Fucking
no, it's
dick.
like they're a therapist to help you get back to your occupation,
So they're a slave driver.
basically.
They're basically a slave driver.
Because
Do they have a whip?
your end goal in occupational therapy is to get to
Yeah.
the point where you can complete the tasks that you used to do.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'm hearing. The occupational therapist says, these people don't want to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How old was the occupational therapist at the hospital?
Middle-aged?
Were they maybe just an asshole?
It could be.
Were they friendly?
They were nice to me.
Did they look friendly?
Friendly enough. I don't know.
I don't know, because you hear a lot of that. People say nobody wants to work anymore. But, I mean, there's two factors to note. One, working sucks. It's been sucking.
Yeah.
And in some ways it's gotten better if you're a girl. Because it used to be people would call you sexy and slap you every day and blow smoke in your nose. And it would come out of your ears like when a character in a cartoon eats a hot pepper. Right? It's gotten worse for guys because it used to be that if there was a girl in the office, you could sort of blow smoke up her nose and then it comes out of your ears like a hot pepper. And you could like call her sexy and slap her and stuff. And that's obviously wrong, but it is harder, right? And you could smoke at work and drink at work, and now you can't do that. So that's the first thing, is feminism, I guess. And then the second thing that is worse about work is your money is a lot less effective. A lot less effective. I mean, houses have functionally like multiplied by like a factor of 8, and wages have multiplied by 2 with a functional factor of like 1.7. You know what I mean? So it's like We're only really getting paid 70% more, but everything's like 800% more expensive.
So you're saying feminism and housing costs are the reasons people are miserable?
Well, I mean, I'm sure for some people.
Yeah.
Does your dad like feminism?
Hmm.
I mean, I guess I would say the feminism thing is good for me because I don't want to do that stuff to girls. Like, so it's not a problem for me, but I could definitely see how it'd be difficult to adjust to. Sort of like when how white people had to start doing land acknowledgments. Like, it just feels weird. It just feels weird.
What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness, dude, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. I'm a one man show today.
You're saying it's weird to do feminism? We've been doing
I'm
this for
joking.
like
It's a
two
joke. I'm
centuries.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's pretend.
Okay.
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 And we haven't been doing it for 2 centuries. Feminism only existed in 1880. And even then, barely. It's weird that they call that first wave feminism because I'm sure women were complaining before that. I think that's just the first time somebody listened.
Yeah. Why is there sand
Dude,
on my
move
desk?
on. Move past it. Trying to forget it. Trying to forget it.
It's dirty.
It's not dirty. I just washed. So, okay, they say first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave. Fourth wave is like the wearing is like getting naked and outside and stuff.
What?
Well, they like free the nipple and shit. Where they're like, we want to walk around naked. Third wave feminism is when you're like, I don't like stuff in video games, and I think the wage gap is wrong. Is it not interesting that third wave feminism combined those things? Where it's like,
It's not really what third wave
well,
feminism
third
is.
wave feminism had very valid critiques and complaints, but sometimes it was married to stuff that was a little silly. Like it's like, because third wave feminism was, if I remember correctly, or maybe this was fourth wave, where it's like, sexism in media and the
Yeah.
sexualization of women is harmful,
Well, yeah,
and
it
that
was like because of the proliferation of the internet, it was like a new wave of feminism
yeah, and like
discourse.
sort of like anti-porn, pro-sex worker.
Yeah.
But then it was
Some
also,
people argue fourth wave feminism isn't a real thing.
I mean, it's basically just third wave feminism. But then there was also stuff that people got genuinely angry about, like manspreading, or people getting mad about it.
I have heard
I can't
that,
help it.
yeah.
I got a big one.
I have heard that like actual fourth wave feminism is like
I think it's like
a 2020s thing where like it's a return to socialism.
I think it's like a split down the middle. I think half of it is basically transphobic Hitlerites,
Yeah,
and then I think the other half is like socialist, bisexual, cis and trans women.
the 2020s has certainly divided like just like the transness, like
The transness,
because a lot of people will claim to be feminists but be like
they're rad films.
yeah,
Yeah,
what is the term, like what J.K. Rowling is?
turf.
Yeah, there's a lot of turf feminists.
I got turf on my lawn,
Yeah.
and I think turf should be turned into turf.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of a killing manner, would you put J.K. Rowling in a wood chipper?
Yes,
What if you had to listen to her? What if it was a slow one?
that's okay.
What if it was a slow one and she was immortal unless her brain was destroyed? So you had to sort of sit there and watch to make sure it didn't malfunction.
It's okay.
What if
There are like 5 people on the earth that I would put in a wood chipper and be happy
what if
about
you had
it.
to physically shove her into the wood chipper?
Yeah.
Do you think you're strong enough to
I'd
lift her?
I'd watch her go in slowly like that cutscene in Resident Evil.
Do you think you could Resident Evil 6? Yeah, but Leon goes head first in that one.
Yeah.
This would be a little different.
Just go feet first.
She would have to go feet first for sure. But you would, I mean, I guess you could just cut off her fingers and rip off her lips, and it's the same effect.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's like remember in
But then
SpongeBob when they like rip his lips off.
she has enough money, she can get fake lips. And
She
then she
wouldn't be
can
able
get
to
back
communicate
to
that she wants them. She has no fingers.
she can nod.
We'd take away her spinal cord.
Yeah.
We're gonna rip out her. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take her spine away so she's like a noodle person. And we're gonna cut her fingers. I guess if you have no spine, we'll rip out her nervous system.
Why not just kill her?
Because it'll be funny to see her be a noodle person. We'll connect her to an IV drip.
Then people will say we're evil.
She'll look like Flat Stanley. Nobody would know that we did it.
Someone did.
Who would? Yeah, but they wouldn't know who did it. They would think she probably did it herself. They would think it's cosmetic.
Yeah.
Actually, one time I saw a guy get his spine pulled out when I was in high school, and they had to like fill hit. They had to like put like a.
You had to put it back in for him.
They had to put like a They had to basically like fill up a water balloon and then put it in him so he could like bounce around the class.
Like a blueberry girl.
But then if he hit the wall too hard, he'd pop open. We have to refill him.
It's like Violet from Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Is that her name, Violet the Blueberry?
Yeah.
People were very attracted to her.
You remember that toy I found?
I did remember that toy you found.
I really wanted to buy it.
You shouldn't buy that. That's an evil toy. Violet Blueberry.
Was this a fetish thing in retrospect?
Maybe not in retrospect, but definitely after the fact.
Why is there so much fan art?
What did you think it was going to happen? I thought that's why you thought it was funny, because you knew about this.
No, I didn't.
No, yeah.
They made a Funko Pop of her.
It's bad. Like, it's bad. Like, it's really, really bad. That's actually awesome. That's going to be in the thumbnail. I'm going to save that. Save image.
This world is so rotten. We live in a rotten world.
Well, this one's for kids. This is a costume for girls.
We used to live in harmony with nature, and now we
They're
have
fucking out. They're out of stock.
now we have blueberry costumes.
Is that a real kid?
No. It's one of those Temu things where they have like separate hands
Heaven
and
costume.
separate feet and heads of different people.
Plus size costumes. Men's costumes. See what the men's costumes are.
Why are they all sexualized?
They're not. Okay, only one of them is sexualized. It's not
boobs
sexual
are
to
out.
have a bust. She can't help having cleavage. You're being sexist to her.
Heaven costumes. They suck.
These are all. I mean, that's Ken. That's Mario. That's Luigi. That's Dr. Feelgood. That's Red Blue 1980s Shell. That's Space Explorer Men's. That's Money Heist inspired adults costume. I mean, these are awesome. What the fuck? Squid Man? Deluxe Men's Black Space Warrior dress up?
I should buy all of these.
Squid Play. Roman Soldier. These look like shit. Bad Biker. Men's Village People. Holy Preacher. I should wear that. Mexican brown poncho. I kind of wish I had a poncho, actually. I think I'd rock a poncho.
Ooh, I like the card.
Do you think I'd look good in a poncho? Do you think I should get one?
Yeah.
This is actually an awesome costume.
You can wear a poncho and pretend you're an English teacher.
No, well, like a Mexican poncho.
Oh yeah, sexy nurse.
American Indian women's princess. Indian girl. It just says Indian girl. This is crazy. Native American women's black, because it's like, oh, it's Native American, but then you look at it, it just says Indian girl.
Comes with a tomahawk.
Also, can I just comment on this? White women, you're letting me down. Small, medium, large, and extra large are all sold out. Only extra small women have earned my respect this week. If you are an extra small woman, thank you for not buying that costume. If you are an extra large woman, no. You don't get any respect today. I mean, there's some this one that's decent. I mean, how many of these are not sexualized? So,
sexualized.
That's just a Spider-Man. That's fine. That's pretty. I mean, that's by today's standard. That's pretty conservative. That one's fine. That's fine. That's fine-ish. I think that's fine. That's fine. Normal. Normal.
You're skipping over the ones that are sexualized.
Well, that one's not sexualized. That's just Princess Peach. You're gonna tell me that's sexualized?
The one next to it.
Well, yeah, that one is. That one's fine.
Sexy elf.
Where's the sexy elf?
Right there.
That's not sexy.
Miss Santa.
How's that sexy?
She's wearing pantyhose and high
It's
heels
sexualized to wear
and a short
pantyhose.
skirt.
That's not a short skirt. It goes down to her knee.
That is not down to her knee.
Yes, it is.
That is like barely 3 fingers.
Women's empress. I like this. I like this guy.
That's Squid Game.
It could be you and Ed.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about? Oh
Who
yeah,
cares?
we're podcast.
Yeah.
There is. We should. I mean, I guess maybe I don't know. Is feminism the cause of not liking your job
No.
for you? Maybe. If you're sexist, it is a worse time to hang out with women. If you're a sexist,
I guess.
if you're sexist, it's worse now. That is true.
Do we care more about sexists' opinions or women's?
It depends on who there's more of.
Uh,
And it's, you know what? It's probably close. It's probably pretty close.
you're probably not wrong, actually.
Because you have to consider there are sexist women too who hate
Mhm.
women. Erica Kirk.
Well, I think you can be a sexist woman and not hate women. You just want to have advantages in your own life.
That's not sexism.
Yeah, but like you can pursue anti-women policies if it means you get in like the inner circle or whatever.
Yeah, but that's still like functional hatred. Like
Yeah,
just because
but it's
you're
not
like,
personal.
yeah, but just because like your heart is pure and your actions are evil doesn't mean you're good. That's still like you're still suck ass.
Yeah.
Like if Hitler in his head was like, well, I don't really like this stuff. It's just the people around me do, so I'm gonna do it. Like that's still, it's not better. It might even be worse actually, because at least usually people think they're doing the right thing when they're doing fucked up stuff. Usually,
Do they?
a lot of people.
You think people blowing up the Middle East right now think they're doing a good thing?
I think some of them genuinely do. Yes,
Mm.
I think Israelis genuinely believe they're good guys.
Mm.
Like I think they 100% believe that they're heroes.
This is why we need Alberta re-education camps.
And it doesn't make them better, but at least you're not doing it just because you think it's funny.
Do you think Chairman Carney will introduce re-education camps?
I think he probably already has, and we just don't know about them. Because if you were going to reintroduce re-education camps, why would you tell anyone?
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Hmm.
And he's a genius.
They teach fourth wave feminism.
I've never believed in that kind of stuff, that kind of re-education stuff, unless it's like stuff I don't like.
Yeah. So true.
Like I think if it was somebody who was like I didn't like what they thought, I'd be okay with them going to a re-education camp.
Do people deserve re-education?
Some people,
At what line do you say they just deserve death?
uh, I guess just fucking being annoying. Probably being annoying is the line, I
Yeah,
guess.
being on Twitter.
I don't know.
Making reels that end up in my algorithm.
Making, yeah. The people who are in my reels, keep doing what you're doing, but I hope you die. I'm liking what you're posting, but I know it's so bad for the world and it shouldn't be around. But as long as you're still breathing, keep posting, please. Because it is funny.
You know, the reason they keep showing you that stuff is because you keep commenting on their stuff, hating on them.
Yeah, but I'm not always hating. I'm always
No,
often
you're
saving.
always hating.
No, I'm often enjoying happily. I like what Gore Orange 666 posts. I like to see what's going on.
Yeah, but Gore Orange isn't posting like, what me and my millennial boyfriend eat for dinner
Gore
every
Orange
weekend.
doesn't even post gore.
No.
It'll be like a video of a guy getting punched in the belly and then throwing up, and it's like Gore Orange 666 hashtag Gore hashtag blood.
Yeah, but I'm saying the woke stuff that you don't like seeing.
It's okay. You know what? You say the woke stuff. That's not what the problem is. It's not because it's woke, because there's a lot. I'm telling you this much. There's a lot of trans furries in my algorithm.
Yeah.
And I don't get mad at them. I just don't. It's not my thing.
You just don't like seeing millennials be happy.
I don't like seeing. It is millennials that are the problem. It's not wokeism. Because, like I said, there's a lot of furries, there's a lot of trans people, and there's a lot of people with situations that I don't even understand.
Other people being happy seems to make you annoyed.
No, because I like when black people are happy.
You don't like when, like, if it's like
Yeah.
having fun over a product.
No, well,
If
that's
they're
not even true.
if they're like, check out my new Arby's, you're like, this stupid
It is stupid.
troglodyte.
You're getting excited over Arby's? Kill yourself.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think I don't mind when people are happy, but if I don't like it, then it's bad, then I don't like it. Well, I mean, what's like an example of stuff that I think most of the stuff that pisses me off, I'm relatively justified in it. Like stuff I see on my feed, like the one of the millennial woman, and she's drinking coffee, and she's like, "They don't give me coffee because I don't like it. It's because for the next 3 hours he'll have to put up with this." And she's got like the big giant gums that like millennial white women have.
Yeah,
It's
look
like
like
that.
Anne Hathaway. Yeah.
It's like that. And then like when I see a like, and I mean millennial men, I guess I don't care. But I mean, there's a lot of Gen Z men that piss me off, like looks maxers in incel content it pisses me off seeing it because it's stupid.
You know, it's weird to think that
Millennial
like
women are annoying and Gen Z men are evil, and they're probably in some ways not on the same level, but they probably make me angry at the same level.
yeah,
Like if I had to get rid of one, I know I'd.
you have to think like a decade ago you had these men,
Yeah,
they're wearing like flannel and like overalls
yeah,
and khakis.
yeah.
They're gone now,
No, they're still there.
but like people who look like them, they're not around anymore.
Well,
But they've turned into something. They're
they're
among
bald.
us.
No, they're bald now.
Yeah, they're among us. We
They're
don't.
fully bald now.
They've turned into something eviler.
They're fully bald. No, man, the looks maxers and like
Because if
incel
they
people
were
are not. They're not like those guys.
if
Those guys didn't turn into that.
if they were like in their mid 20s in 2016, they're like in their mid 30s right now.
Yeah,
So they're hiding in
they're still around, man. They're still around.
they're hiding in Richardson.
They're still around.
They're Richard.
Who do you think is watching like Ted Lasso?
Who?
Who do you think's watching The Bear? Like who like who's sitting around watching why is The Office still getting episodes? Why are they have Office reboots? This is who's
That's
watching.
what I mean. Like they turned into corporate bros.
Well, because they had to get jobs, and not all of them are corporate. Some of them are straight up homeless. A lot. Nobody disappears. Well, unless you get kidnapped or killed. But usually, you just sort of turn into something new. And I don't think millennial men predominantly. I don't think they turned evil. I think the ones who were soy are still soy. And I think a lot of them are in poly couples now.
Yeah.
They go to Ren fairs. Like that's who's going to Ren fairs. It's not like no disrespect. It's not cool people.
Yeah.
It's millennials that like and once again, who's buying Dungeons and Dragons like books because Gen Z are pirating them.
Do you ever think that like a person's individual personality peaks in university
No,
and then declines?
no, I don't think that. I think
Like
a lot of people let that happen, but I don't think that's a rule.
because once you're in the office,
Yeah,
you can't be yourself,
yeah.
or else
Well,
you get ostracized or
try.
fired.
Well, I don't have any friends at work.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's because you're yourself.
I'm not as much as myself as I could be. I don't swear.
Yeah, because then you get fired.
I know. I could say tits and piss and pussy.
The truth is, if you acted like yourself where you were having fun at work, you would get fired.
I should start trying to incorporate the pussy into work. Just say this is
What does that mean?
this is pussy like that. If I get
No.
mad, I'm like this is pussy.
You can't say that.
This is pussy. This is titty. This is tits. Tits.
Mm-mm.
Ah, penis.
That's why you need to adopt millennial phrasing like this sucks.
Yeah, millennials invented saying it sucks.
Yeah.
When I was like 14, my parents tried to ban me saying it sucks in the house.
Why?
They said it was offensive.
My dad tried to get me to stop saying "Oh my God."
What? Oh, yeah, because he's like
in
a
the Lord's name
he's
in
like
vain.
he's like a evangelist or whatever.
That and good Lord.
Your dad's like an evangelical.
He used to be.
Yeah. Catholics. Can we admit that Catholics are the best ones now?
Native Catholics, yeah.
Yes. Catholic converts,
Crazy.
psychopaths. Like all those conservative guys that are like, I've been reborn in the eyes of the Lord, and I have seen that we must do a righteous crusade upon the woke sissies, and they like post AI videos of like gay guys getting whipped with fiery chains.
What's on your
I'm
feed?
just involved in stuff. They're like the people who are like Deus Volt, God wills it, Bahaha, the Crusades. These are people who are born Catholic. These are people who convert when they're like 40 years old. Also, if you're converting to a religion in your middle-aged years and it has nothing to do with marriage, you are stupid.
Yeah.
If you are at age 40 can be convinced of anything, you are dumb. At age 40, all of your convictions should be held and not change at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't figured it out by then, you suck.
That's why I get confused by people who are like on TikTok and stuff. They're like
Yeah.
30, 40 years old. And you're like,
I discovered the
I
Lord.
was MAGA my whole life, but now because gas prices are a
Yep.
little too bad, I'm a Democrat now.
I see that too, where it's like a 34-year-old. It's like, I discovered the Lord and he saved me from my homosexual ways. It's like, how
It's like it took you this
took you
long.
that long to find him? I think I found him when I was about 6, and ever since then I've been sort of going back and forth.
Yeah.
But I knew he was there, just whether I liked it or not.
I think so many people just don't have principles.
I think people are just don't think. I think they're NPCs.
Yeah.
This has been such a negative episode. This is a negative Nelly episode.
Yeah.
You were so tired, and it made me angry, and I started unleashing my rage.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's my fault too, because
I've kind of got the Sunday blues.
the Sunday slimies.
Yeah.
But you don't have anything bad coming up.
No, I've got a bit of work to do this week.
I got something bad coming.
What?
Work, man, work.
Yeah.
Gotta go see my lame coworkers.
I have to do academic integrity class.
Let me say this though: if you're one of my coworkers watching this, you're one of the good ones. I like you. I would be really.
Shout out to feminism.
I
I like it.
I like feminism too. I like it. I fully think if my coworkers found this, I would get fired.
Yes.
I would lose my job.
If your coworker like showed you John this,
If this is ever discovered, I am fired.
like, yeah, he'd bring you to office like, Braden, so I like you, but I was recently brought to the attention
That you have a
some
dope ass show,
some questionable content online.
some dope hilarious. And listen, I like this.
And I unfortunately you're either gonna have to take this down or we're gonna have to let you go.
One of our
I
one
got a career to work on.
one of our Filipino comrades showed me this, and I said, "Which one? There's only 3. I'll figure it out." You can't. He's like, "I shouldn't have even said that. I shouldn't even have said that."
Mhm.
I just
Oh, the battery's almost dead.
yeah.
We should end the episode.
Yeah. My Filipino coworkers are some of them are the best ones.
Yes.
I'll say this.
They always are.
That's just true. I could probably no, that's a bad idea. I could definitely rank my coworkers in terms of the nations they come from.
You shouldn't do that.
Whiteness doesn't come into factor. All the white ones are some of the worst ones.
I think we should end the episode.
Ukraine is fine. Ukrainian coworkers are fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
We're not done yet.
The camera's gonna
I'm
die.
not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
You didn't charge the camera.
There was some occupational therapist.
Yeah.
We were on that. I think that if you are an occupational therapist and you can't seem to understand why people don't want to go to work, it's because your job's too easy. It's because your job's too fun.
Maybe.
It's a goddamn disgrace. When I was a kid, people wanted to go to work. My dad would go to work every single day without complaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's because your dad was a drunk. It's because your dad was smoking crack at work.
It kind of pisses me off. A lot of occupational therapists will be like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I tried to get this guy to do the activity, but he wouldn't do it with me."
So you didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's like
Sounds like you had
sounds awesome.
Sounds like you got to relax.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you need to learn how to be a better therapist. Whatever happened to there's no bad students?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
In social work, you don't have the option of them saying no. You basically have to use motivational interviewing to get them to
Or
do it.
or you take something from them.
Mm-hmm.
And I could think of
Many things.
1, 2, 3 things I could take.
Mm-hmm. And they're also cute.
They're also adorable. They'd make a lot of people very, very happy as
Mhm.
parents, to be specific.
A lot of my foster friends.
A lot of my friends in foster care, they loved it. They loved foster care.
Yay, everyone does.
Did you ever meet somebody in foster care that has a positive experience?
No.
No, never. It's horror. It's horror. It's Silent Hill.
It's always like a working relationship at best.
It when you hear about people in foster care, it's like a series of unfortunate events. It is
Yeah.
it's Lemony Snicket in that bitch.
And it's never one foster parent, so it's like they've had like
Yeah, I went from
five.
home to home. One
Yeah.
person would beat me. One person wouldn't let me have soda. One person would do other stuff, such and such.
Whenever you
I
hear a
lost an
story
ear.
where they did like their foster parent, it's like I had a
Yeah,
good relationship with my foster mom, and then she had to give me up because she had to move.
they
So
they gave me
then they
back.
gave me to a pedophile.
They gave me to my bio parents, who gave me to a pedophile before CFS stepped in again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're wondering, okay, well, how long were you with that one? Because I hope it was a very very. I hope it was only a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So, it is weird how many parents just let their kids hang out with pedophiles. You ever think about that? Because you hear about that where it's like we knew he was wrong, but we didn't think it'd be a big deal.
Yeah.
You're fucked up. Yeah, I've met a lot of those.
The camera's been on one battery for like 10 minutes now. We should end the
Cares.
episode.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. Bye bye everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.